Hi guys, I'm Tamina.
And I'm Tony.
And we're back with another video. We're eating. We're eating Trini food.
What is this? Explain to them what this is.
Okay.
I don't even really know.
She's bootleg Trinidadian.
Whatever.
Girl. Like, her dad's Trinidadian, but you know, she don't know nothing. So we teaching her. It's okay.
We're learning.
So my mom made Trini fried rice, which has like peas and carrots in it. And then chow mein, which is the vegetables. And she made fried plantain and baked chicken. And we're about to smash.
It's like curry baked chicken though, because I just took a bite out of it.
So whenever she seasons meat, like whenever we buy meat, like she seasons everything and she puts curry powder in all the meat. So like all our meat has curry powder in it.
It tastes really good.
Yeah.
I had to take a bite because I was...
And we're going to talk about
what's going on.
Corona, riots, protesting.
Just our lives in 2020.
Literally, right now.
Because this is really just what it's come down to. Our lives have literally just became not what we expected 2020 to be when the ball dropped on January 1st.
Listen, we both turned 21 this year.
I just turned 21 on Sunday.
I turned in April 7th. I graduated college,
which is a big deal.
Didn't walk yet. What else happened in 2020 that I was supposed to go to Vegas for my birthday / graduation trip. I was supposed to just get back yesterday. Couldn't go. I was supposed to go to Mexico. I was supposed to go to Miami for spring break. Couldn't go. And now the world is turned upside down.
Literally.
Due to something that's been happening forever. Like,
forever. And it just sucks because it's like, we see this happen so much. I've only lived life for 21 years, and I've probably seen this literally occur at least once a year. And it sucks because it's like...
these flies are so annoying. I think flies are the most annoying insect.
They are.
Like, ever.
But, like, it really just sucks because it's like, when is it really going to end? Like, we can sit here and protest, and we can sit here and riot. We can sit here and post hashtags, but when is enough going to be enough? Like, are they really going to open their eyes after what's going on right now? Because right now, this is the worst that I've ever seen it in my lifetime. Yeah. So it's like...
and I honestly think it's worse now. I was saying Martin Luther and all those people back in the day, like, that we recognize now as being activists and leading protests and stuff, they march just with black people. Mm-hmm. It's come to the point where we have progressed. It's shown progression because now you look outside and there's so many white people out there. Like, there are white people that care. There are other races that care. Like, it is becoming more... it's a more collective group, but you still cannot deny the fact that there are those people that are just still super racist. Like, and it might be older people. There are a couple young people who grew up in that and they don't know anything other than that. And they don't know better. But like, I do feel like it has progressed to the point where now there are white people out there fighting for us, like, that genuinely do care about our well-being, and it is appreciated.
And even some cops.
Yeah.
That recognize what's going on
and it's wrong.
Okay. And they know. And they see it. It's just too crazy right now, like,
for them to realistically really do anything.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, that's their work line, that's their occupation, that's what they do for a living. So it's like, we can't be mad at all of them because not all of them are like that. It's just, how do we control?
Get it? Yeah, it's okay. Okay, sorry, we're back.
That is the funniest thing ever.
Okay.
His face, he was so like, ooh.
My dad was trying to get something discreetly, but it didn't work out for him, so that happened. But
yeah, like, not all the cops
are
like,
bad.
Yeah. And I don't want it, like, what we're doing for that to be the point. And I hope people aren't doing that because of that too. Like, I don't want people that are protesting and rioting to have the idea, that every cop is like this. No, they're not. And not every white person is like that. There's so many white people. Honestly, in Atlanta, I saw more white people protesting than us. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, it's not everyone. It are a selective few, but those selective few are making a big difference in...
They are. And I personally feel like people in power are the ones that have the power to change stuff, and the white people are in power. So when you see other people of that race like advocating for us and speaking out on us, they're more likely to listen to them than they would to somebody that they don't care about, like, or if it doesn't affect them. Like, that's what they say, white privilege is power. Like, if you don't think that this affects you because you know that you're not black and you're gonna go out there and it probably wouldn't happen to you like it would happen to somebody of color, then
you're
like,
a part of the
problem. Like, being complicit is not helping the situation at all.
Because that's exactly what happened with George Floyd. Like the cops
all
that didn't want to say
anything, they are part of the problem.
A part of the problem. And it sucks and it's really sad. But like from now on, like as black women in America, we have to educate our friends that don't know, our white friends. We have to educate our kids, We do. And one of my friends posted today that this is something that's going to be taught in history, and your kids are going to ask you, like, what did you do? Like, you were alive, like, you were grown. You were 18, 19, 20. You were grown. What did you do? How old were you, and what did you do when this happened? And to have a voice in this.
What would you tell them if you really didn't do anything or didn't say anything? Like, as a person, me personally, seeing this happening, like, that's human rights. Like, it's not a color thing to, like, it's human rights. Like, those are basic human rights that they're taking away from people for absolutely no reason. So, like, for your kid to ask you in 20, 30 years, what did you do? And you just say, well, I mean, I didn't know, I have nothing to say because it didn't affect me.
That's embarrassing.
You should be embarrassed of yourself. Honestly, like, it is embarrassing that you just had nothing to say on a situation, a topic so big and so like monumental. Like, this is bigger than like they marched on Selma. They marched in the South. They're marching all over the United States now. Like, back then, country. Like, the country. Back then, like, up north didn't really have slavery as bad, or like it wasn't as segregated as the South was. So it really was back then. It was really just like trying to get the South to convert. But now it's everywhere. Like, the entire United States is marching and doing all of this stuff to prove a point. And I really do hope that something good comes out of it, because it does seem like people are working together now to try to make laws and rights for these people, for us, which I always say, like, a system that wasn't built for us can't fail us.
Yeah.
Like, they say the system failed us. It wasn't built for us. It was built for them. So, like, it can't fail us for something. That's like saying, like, I'm failing you, but I didn't do this for you. Like, it wasn't about you, which it wasn't about us. And they're trying to say, like, it's failing us. It's not failing us. It was never meant for us. There's a difference. There is no system for us. The system has always been against us. It can't fail you. It's always been against you.
Like, people that are famous and people that have like such a big platform, the ones that aren't speaking, it kind of sucks, because it's like you have a way bigger voice than some of us, me and Tamia. Like, everyone is seeing and watching everything that you do, and like if you support people and you've noticed that they haven't been speaking up, then you should really like
talk to yourself. Like, I need you to sit down, and a lot of people
evaluate who you love so much. Because if you want to follow people like that, it kind of makes me worry about you, like who you are as a person. Like, because baby,
I'm also not supportive of I just don't know what to post. Figure it out. Like,
educate.
So sorry. Like, there's the internet. There's the internet. There's social media. Literally all
educate
social media
yourself.
Is telling you, like, just read.
Look at everything that's happening. It's literally in front of your eyes. It's not
hard to educate yourself. And once you educate yourself, I always tell people, like, I love learning. Like, that's why they're like, oh, you're gonna go to school to be a doctor? Like, you want to go to school for a long time? I don't care. Like, I don't mind learning, just because I feel like I like to argue, and if I'm right, I'm gonna argue facts. So, like, the more I know and the more facts I have, I'm gonna argue you until you realize, like, this is what I'm saying. Like, you might be right as well, but you can't tell me that I'm wrong, like, personally. So if you don't know what to say, educate yourself so that you can figure out what you need to say. Because, like, just saying, oh, I don't know what this is about, it's never affected me, I'm just gonna be quiet.
Or even just being like, I don't know what to say, I don't want to say the wrong things.
But I understand you, I hear you, I see what's going on, and I do think that it's time for a change. But, like, if you're just not saying anything at all, but you're posting pictures at the beach,
enjoying your best life of 2020 as a white person,
drinking White Claws while people are literally in the streets, like protesting,
getting shot
for
by rubber bullets and
rights, like protesting for simple human rights. Like, we are human beings. If you cut us open and skin us all and cut us open, the inside of our bodies look the exact same.
Exactly.
You cannot tell the difference between a black and a white person if there's no skin. So I don't want to hear, oh, I don't know what to say. Think of it this way: if the roles were reversed and you knew that your life could be in danger for absolutely no reason at all times just because you have pigmentation, what would you feel like? How would that make you feel, just knowing that you could get shot because you just were black today?
Yeah.
I want to know. Like, tell me under the comments, like, how would you feel if you knew that that's what was going on for real?
And it's not just black men, it's black women too. Like, and it sucks because it's like, we have to sit there and watch that and endure it. Like, it's 2020. This is everywhere. Like Will Smith said, racism never disappeared. It's just now being...
It's being brought to life.
Filmed.
Like, yeah.
Like, that's all it is. It's like, now we can really see everything that's happening. And it's like, it needs to stop.
Also, another problem that I have, and I personally feel this, like, on a spiritual level, and I've spoken to my friends about it. I'm mixed. You don't have to be mixed. Doesn't mean you have to be black and white. You can be, I'm a butt, like, I'm black, white, Indian, Hispanic. So, like, for me, I'm mixed, yes, but I am black. Once you have anything of black in you, you are black. So, like, today, this girl who was white, apparently her sister has mixed kids, and she said, well, those kids aren't black, and I don't understand why you want me to speak up on something that doesn't concern me. Like, just because I like black boys doesn't mean that I'm Martin Luther King.
Well, welcome to America. What the fuck?
Like, do you hear what you're saying? You just said that if you lay down with a black man and have his child, the baby's not black. So, one, you from jump, you already don't know how to defend the child that you said want to have just because they're cute. You don't just have children with people to make cute babies. That's sick in the head. But then again, you are already sick in the head to think that it's okay to say this, like, and post it on social media. Like, she literally said, this is not my problem. So, because it's not her problem, she's not going to say anything about it. But the change has to want to come from within the person. I can't force anybody to care about me. I can't force anybody to see that this is an actual problem and it's affecting millions of people. I cannot get anybody to understand that. So, I mean, if you don't wish to understand that, that's fine. I just don't wish to have anything to do with you.
Yeah.
Like,
just don't be surprised.
Really not that hard. It's not that complicated.
Yeah.
If you don't care about
it's like, I
life,
completely relate to it too because I have family. I have biracial family members. Like, my dad's side, it's only my dad and my uncle. My uncle is married to a white woman. Have white and black kids. She's like Irish white, like so white. And my uncle's Trinidadian. So it's like, they are super like, you know, like, I love white people. Like, I really do. Like, I don't ever have an issue with them. Like, it's never come down to, it's just those racist, I don't want to even just say white people. It's just those racist people that are just sick and just think that we still live in
1921.
Yeah, like, I just don't, it just doesn't make sense to me. And that's why sometimes I also don't understand when our people, black people, always want to hate a white person and just say, oh, these white people this, white people that. But, like, it's not everyone. It's not every white person.
Not.
Like,
and friends that are like, like, look at that. Like, this, that, and the third. Like, we'll see a mixed couple and be like, ew. Like, why
like, I hate
would he date her? Like, I hate
people
mixed
are
couples.
people regardless
like,
of your skin color.
Me, personally, my whole family is mixed. Like, when I tell you, my parents are both mixed. And, like, all my aunts and uncles, like, are married to either somebody from a different race or blah, blah, blah. So all of my cousins that are my age, like, anybody in my generation down, all of us are mixed. So for us, it's like, you can't walk with me somewhere and just, out of your prejudice towards these people, be like, oh, I hate biracial couples. Because you essentially hate me. Like, in case you forgot. Like, just because it's not black and white, a mixed couple is a mixed couple, and you cannot just hate them. They could genuinely love people. That girl could be the best. That could be the best woman for that man in particular.
Right.
Like, all girls aren't like that. Then you do have the ones, like the ones that just want a mixed baby because they think that those are so cute, like, and they're not black. Like, but you do have people that genuinely do love that man for who he is, want to have a child with that man for who he is, and they want to make a product of themselves together.
Yeah.
And I'm not opposed to that. I am opposed to I just want to have a mixed baby because they're going to come out with curly hair and green eyes. Like, sorry, human being here, more than that. Like,
right.
And the baby is still black.
A
child is not a trophy. It's not. I mean, it is in a sense, but it's not something that you put in a display and say, look at what I made.
Yeah.
It's not what it is. So I just feel like when people understand and want to learn more about it and change their view on things because they have learned more about it is when change can actually happen. Like, on a social level, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
As far as, like, a political level, I do feel like these protests are going to come, something's going to come out of it. Police officers are working to make, like, rules and laws, and I really do hope that this has brought light and that we do have more change. Like I said, change has been made since MLK, but more change is to be done.
Yeah.
Like, it's not gone. Like, it's still here, and that's the problem. It's 2020, and we should not still be here. And that's why I'm thankful for those white people that or people from any other race that step out and say, like, it is about Black Lives Matter at this point.
Mm-hmm.
It's not saying, just because I'm pro Black Lives Matter does not mean I'm anti-white.
Right.
It's not what it is. It's just, like, the metaphor that people use. If I get cut, if my leg's cut open, and she's here, and a doctor walks in, the doctor's not going to go look at her leg because my leg's hanging loose. Mm-hmm. Like, they're going to help the person that needs help at the moment. There's nothing wrong with her. Mm-hmm. So if there's nothing wrong with you, stop making it about you because that's very selfish.
Yeah.
So that would be all I have to say on that topic.
On that topic.
Because, listen, the topic is just going to keep going on. I feel like
it is.
And people are going to keep making a point until they feel like their point has been proven and they've been heard and change has been made. And until then, who knows when that'll be?
Hopefully
soon.
I also want to talk about the whole looting and rioting thing because there's so many different perspectives on that. And it's like, I understand everyone's perspective, like, completely. Like, do I agree with the people that are, like, completely looting? Helicopter. I mean, plane.
Eat the chicken while the plane makes noise.
Right.
I live by the airport, so.
Ugh.
I really don't. I live like 15 minutes from it, but.
Nah, but this chicken's bomb, though. Like, oh my god. Like, hold on. Let me devour this. I mean, I eat slow as hell, bro.
I do eat slow. I'm sorry. I have a small mouth. Like, my mouth is really small.
What's she trying to say?
I'm just saying, I have a tiny mouth. Like, when I go to the dentist, they be like or when I have braces, they try to put the little spacer thing in your mouth. And you be like, open your mouth. I'm like, it is open.
There's a bug by your face. Go like that. It's on your neck. It's on your neck. It's on your neck. Okay, it's gone.
I'll be like, it is open. And they're like, your mouth is so small. Like, they can't fit the spacer in my mouth to open my mouth.
Okay, well, I guess I have a big mouth because my plate is going. She still got what she had started with.
No.
We're having the same amount.
I had mad food. I had more food than you.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did.
Whatever. Ugh. Anyway.
And I've been talking.
Whatever. Anyway. So, like, about the looting and protesting. So, I understand everybody's point of view. My side on it is the people that are very upset about the looting and the store owners and stuff, I feel you. Like, it should not have been that our people are stealing from Black-owned businesses in Atlanta or even just
Christian Dior.
Even just stores in general, because then it does kind of take away from the fact that this isn't about you. This is about our community and somebody that literally just lost their life for no reason, and so many more others that did. But I do also understand that these people are angry. At the end of the day, they just want to show law enforcement and the government and politicians that we're in control now. You're not going to tell us anymore, like, what to do or kill us anymore. And that's just all that was. I feel like the people that were doing it just to do it, just to steal, just to come out.
Yeah.
Then it was like,
because people really weren't protesting. Like some people, there are protesters, and I read something this morning. It was like there's a difference. Protesters are not rioters. Rioters are not looters. Looters are not like they're not all the same people. Because some people are genuinely going out there in the daytime and peacefully protesting, and then those ones go home, and then the people at night come out and they just start stealing and burning stuff down. And if you're burning down trees and normal stuff, that's fine. But like,
and I see that point of and I see it was in my face. I see that. Like, I completely understand that, but I just feel like at the end of the day, these people are angry. They're just mad. The ones that are actually doing it because they care about the situation, not the ones that are
not the ones that just trying to steal and
come up on Gucci bags.
Let me tell you, some people ain't posting nothing about it, but they went out there, looted the stores, and now they selling $35,000 Rolexes on the black market. Yeah. Like, you went out there to steal. Yeah. Like, you didn't go out there for a purpose.
Those people, I don't necessarily feel.
Yeah, I don't really. That but like, just stealing. But some people
the other ones
trying
that are
to get
really
their
out there rioting.
Get your point across by all means necessary, but don't hurt the community that you're trying to help.
Don't hurt the community,
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, most of the city of Atlanta is black owned, so tearing up the city of Atlanta is hurting black people. Really. Like, it's gonna cost them money to rebuild stuff like that they own. So like, just be mindful of where and who
you could be potentially hurting. Yeah, that is true. But yeah, because I see a lot of mixed things. It's like I see from some celebrities even just being like, this is really bad, you're ruining businesses, you're taking away from people that have to eat. But then it's like there's other ones that are kind of just like, these people are angry, these people want change, these people want to make an actual voice be heard. We can't be serious. We cannot be serious. We're trying though.
We're trying, I promise.
But you see what I mean?
That's my take on that.
Okay, but I need to put my legs in here because I feel like I'm getting bit.
Honestly and truly.
But yeah.
That's my piece on that whole shebang. Like,
all I'm gonna say
I'm not against anybody, right? I understand why some people are looting and what they're doing. I just want people to realize, like, if you're gonna loot places that like not deserve it, but like, don't ruin another black family's whole savings. Like, I've seen stuff like people like, I put my all into this restaurant and they tore it apart. Like, and that's a black family that some of them come from the hood and they do build, like they save, and you tearing it apart is not helping the black community that we're trying to push forward, and it's like that's bringing them back, if that makes sense.
Which is completely true.
So I'm not really against it. I understand why some people are out there doing that stuff. I'm just saying, be mindful of like what you're looting, if that makes sense. Like, don't hurt people that didn't hurt you.
Yeah.
In a case.
Loot Gucci. They're racist.
Yeah, they're racist. I don't care about the Gucci. I
kill everything. And their insurance is probably super amazing, so they're gonna get
They'll
all
be
of that
fine. They'll send the money from Italy or something.
Exactly.
That's fine. But that's all I have to say. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done too.
My food was 10 out of 10. Thank you, mommy.
Thanks, girl.
But that's all for this video. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'm going to link Tony's page. Subscribe to her channel too. And we'll be back with another video. Bye.